Evening everyone, and this is just a brief video from Marty the Mad Magpie on the Newcastle United takeover, the story so far, and what a great few months it's been. New owners, new manager, even some new players, and in January have all added to this fantastic new era on Tyneside. But before we go any further, if you want to see more of Marty the Mad Magpie, me of course, and you want to see more of my videos, then give us a like on this video if you like it. If you don't like it, give us a dislike, and subscribe to my channel as well. If you want to, you're more than welcome. It would be great to hear from you and have you on board the Marty the Mad Magpie roller coaster. Okay, so I'm just gonna have a bit of a reflect on excuse me, ticket sticking in the back of my neck. On the 4 months since the Newcastle United takeover happened, back in October, the news broke that the takeover was going through. The new owners had passed the owners and directors test, and the Premier League had waved it through, despite people from the Big Six, so-called Big Six, saying that the deal shouldn't have gone through, but I'll get onto them in a minute. And also people saying that the Saudis shouldn't be in charge because of human rights and all that sort of stuff. But I mean, I'm not going to get into that side of things. You know, that politics bullshit is for the politicians. You know what I mean? But for us as supporters, when the news broke that the deal had been completed in October, it was like a massive weight had been lifted off our shoulders as fans. Mike Ashley was no longer at the club. The Cockney Mafia had left the club. That time of just staying up and just carrying on as normal, just to make him money, just to make the FCB, the fat Cockney bastard, money, was long gone. So the new owners come in, and of course 80% went to the Saudi PIF fund, Saudi Public Investment Fund. The Reuben brothers took 10%, and Amanda Staveley and her husband Murad also took 10%. So the deal was all done. Steve Bruce obviously got to manage his 1,000th game in charge of Newcastle United in the defeat to Tottenham, and not long after that, a couple of days later, he was sacked, and the new search for a manager begun. Did take a couple of weeks, but then up stepped Eddie Howe, and since Eddie Howe's come in, we've seen a massive improvement in the team. Players who we really thought were just no-hopers, we basically thought they were shite. They've came on a bundle, and the likes of Ryan Fraser, Joe Linton, Joe Willock, players like that have been absolutely transformed. Fabian Schär as well. And it was a good couple of months, but we were still dangling in the relegation zone, and it did go on for a while. We got our first win of the season against Burnley, but then we never seemed to win for a while after that. You know, we were getting draws, narrow defeats, and things were still looking really bleak. And then obviously we picked up recently 3 wins in a row. We're currently 6 games unbeaten. After, you know, wins against Leeds United, against Everton, and against Aston Villa. And of course, in amongst that, it was a draw against Manchester United, and most recently a draw against West Ham. But the football started flowing. It was a lot better, a lot more attack-minded, and we seemed to be going for games more then. And the players seemed to actually give a shit for a change. They really dug in and started to play football. So we got, like I say, we got through from October through Christmas and into the January transfer window, and it started off slowly. Everybody expected that it was going to be a lot of big signings, big money signings coming in and everything like that, but nah, it was never going to be like that, was it? Because superstars don't just come to a club who's still dangling above the relegation zone, because that doesn't happen. And to be honest, in my opinion, I don't think a team full of superstars would help. We need hard-working players. We need people who are going to dig in and give it a go and, you know, fight tooth and nail for the club. And that's exactly what Eddie Howe's went out and got. I know that he would have liked to have got a few more players in, but the 4 that he did bring in, Messrs. Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn, Bruno and Matty Targett, all in 3 permanent signings. Oh, sorry, and Chris Wood. Goodness me, I'm forgetting Chris Wood. How can I forget Chris Wood? Dear me. So all permanent signings bar 1, which was Matty Targett on loan from Aston Villa. But he's playing well, and I would love to have Matty Targett in Newcastle United's side next season as a permanent player. And since we've managed to bring these players in, we seem to have got better. It has improved the team. Obviously, Kieran Trippier is out injured at the moment, so we wish him all the best. But the likes of Dan Burn, Matty Targett, and Chris Wood, they've been in the team. Bruno's had a couple of outings in the team, and they seem to be playing well. But a lot of stigma at the minute on Eddie Howe and you know, not playing Bruno Guimaraes. You know what I mean? It's but what I say to that is, in my opinion, just, you know, leave the kid where he is. He will get his chance. And you know, these fans who are saying Eddie Howe doesn't know what he's doing by picking, because he's not picking Bruno. I mean, come on. And I mean, that sort of thing. It drives me fucking mad. It really does. Because at the end of the day, you know, Eddie Howe's the manager. And, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And the likes of Joe Willock, Jacob Murphy, Ryan Fraser, John Joe Shelby, Joe Linton, Alan St. Maxim, and they've all been playing well. And, you know, Eddie Howe can't win either way in terms of being a manager. He can't win either way. Because if he picks him and we lose a game, it's like, well, what did you change the team for, Eddie? And if we don't pick him and we win the game or draw the game, it's like, well, why the fuck didn't you pick Bruno? Why didn't you put him in? You know, Eddie Howe can't win either way. But my personal opinion on Eddie Howe, he's a great manager, he's young, he's energetic, and I think we should just leave him alone. We shouldn't be looking to change it in the summer. I know some people are saying that another gaffer will come in the summer. I don't think that's going to happen. I think Eddie Howe's going to be given the chance to build this team and build his own squad and try and become the accomplished manager which I believe he can be. Anyway, that's it on the team and Eddie Howe for the minute. Getting back to the owners, when they first come in, obviously the delight was there, but not shared by everyone, particularly the members of the Big Six. But I'm not going to include all of the Big Six. You know, I'm going to take Man City out and I'm going to take Chelsea out, because we never heard a word from them. There was no murmurs from Chelsea, no whinging or murmuring from Chelsea or Manchester City, so I'm going to take them out. The teams I'm going to single out, of course, are Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal and Tottenham. Now, I'm singling them teams out because them 4 were the biggest whingers going. They didn't want this to happen. You know, and what gets me and all, that these owners, you know, they've all got a lot of money. Daniel Levy's got a pot of money at Tottenham. Stan Kroenke has got some at Arsenal. John Lloyd Henry at Liverpool, billionaire. You know what I mean? They've got money. The Glaziers as well. I don't think they've got any reason to shout about them, because, you know, thanks to them, Manchester United are £700 million in debt. That was at the last count. There could be more now. And you know, those fucking idiots, they couldn't run a bath, never mind a football club. And I'm sure a lot of Manchester United fans would agree with me on that one. And of course, they've got a lad there called Ed Woodward, getting players through the door. Apparently, he's a recruitment manager for players. You know, to be honest, you know, I'd rather have Mickey Mouse. But there you go. But them 4 done all the whinging, and what they done was, the most thing that really annoyed me was that they were saying that the rest of the Premier League were angry about the takeover happening. And, you know, and what I say to that is, you get asked an opinion. I mean, I quote Simon Jordan when he was asked about it, what he would do if he was an owner of said he was still at Crystal Palace or wherever he was, and Simon Jordan said, well, it's none of their bloody business. And that is exactly it. It's got nothing to do with anybody else who the owners in Newcastle United are. It's none of their fucking business. Of course, that's me talking, not him. But that's the truth. You know, it doesn't matter what the Premier League teams say about the takeover, what they think about it. They can whinge to the Premier League all they want. The deal's passed, and it's gone through 4 months ago. And what really annoys me is the fact that this is what it's all about. I mean, nobody gave Sheikh Mansour any grief when he took over Man City. Nobody gave Roman Abramovich any grief when he took over Chelsea. All right, wait, Abramovich, they did a little bit with him being Russian, but when he came in and he started putting money into the team and Chelsea started winning things, it was like, whoa, and he was at every game, wasn't he? I believe he still goes to the games at Chelsea. So him and Sheikh Mansour, they're at the games all the time. They're football people. They are getting stuck into it. I mean, look at Roman Abramovich. He's been at Chelsea now, coming up to 10 years. And they've won everything. You know, they've won everything. They've won the Premier League a few times. They've won the FA Cup. They've won the League Cup a couple of times each. They've won, well, a few times each, should I say. They've won the Champions League. They've won the Super Cup. They've won the World Club Cup. They've won everything. Manchester City, obviously, they haven't won the European Cup as yet. But it's time for them. They haven't even won the Super Cup. But it will come in time. But those two, like I said before, they're not the problem. You know, they haven't shouted their mouths off. They just get on with it. But it's the other four. It's Man United, it's Arsenal, it's Tottenham, and it's Liverpool who are the whiners in this, you know, because basically what it's all about is they don't want a new kid on the block. They don't want Newcastle United to be, you know, a powerhouse in the Premier League. But what I say to them guys is tough shit. Yes, you guys. Fucking Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea and Liverpool, Arsenal, Tottenham and Manchester United. Apologies there for Chelsea. Tough fucking shit. Okay. But what I've seen from the new owners coming in at Newcastle, we've seen some very different things. I mean, already, you know, within the first few weeks of them being at the club, they'd put a new gym and a new indoor training area inside St James's Park for the players to work out. Because obviously they do like to train now and again at St James's Park on the pitch, not just down at Benton. But they've also got an indoor facility down there. But they've now also got one at St James's Park, an indoor gym, indoor recreational area, where they can actually train if the weather's bad. And that's good, but that was in a few weeks. You know, they've got some big plans for the city. They've got some areas surrounding the ground. All these big plans. And the one thing what I really like about the new owners is that they're at the games. As I said before about Sheikh Mansour and Roman Abramovich, they go to the games. You know, there's always a representative of Newcastle United at the games. Obviously, the Saudi owners, the president he's there every now and again, either at St James's Park. Don't really see him at away games, but he does appear sometimes at St James's Park. Jamie Rubin, he's never away from the place. Mariad and Amanda, they always seem to be at the games, either one or the other. And it's great to see those people in the stadium, you know, because they're the owners. They've got the scarves on. They really care about the football club, and that's what owners are all about. And that's what I love about it. You know, the Mike Ashley year is gone. These guys are in charge, and the future looks bright. And can we stay up this season? It's still a long way to go, but if we keep playing like we have been, then I can't see any problems. I really can't. I think we'll be fine. I think a win on Saturday against Brentford will steady the ship a little bit after the draw against West Ham. It will calm things down. I think we will beat Brentford, quite honestly. And you know, I think we will survive. We've got enough in our arsenal to survive, and we are putting pressure on the teams above, like Brentford, Leeds, Everton. We're putting pressure on them. You know, they're shitting themselves now because they're getting dragged into it. But it's happy times at Newcastle United now, and the story so far is that the new owners have come in. They've put money into the team. They've put money into the stadium. They're going to put money into the area. You know, they're bringing in Dan Ashworth from Brighton as a director of football, and everything just seems to be slotting into place. It's taking time, but it's working, and it's a happy club to see that. And you know, I'm delighted and honoured to be a fan of this great football club. And we've been through some tricky times. We've been through some difficult times in recent years. A fair amount of shit's been hired our way, but we've came out the other end, and you know, it's fantastic. And the takeover, best thing that's happened to Newcastle United in a hell of a long time, and long may it continue, the progression and the drive for success, the urge to get success back to this great football club. So I mean, I just want to say a great big thank you to obviously the Saudi PIF, Amanda Staveley and her husband Meriad, and obviously to the Reuben brothers as well. Thank you for coming in, taking over our great football club, Newcastle United, and in time I know that you will turn us into a force to be reckoned with, but that'll all come in time. We've got a great manager in Eddie Howe, and some fantastic additions in January: Kieran Trippier, Dan Burn, Matty Targett, Chris Wood and Bruno coming in, and there'll be more to come in the summer. And the effect that Eddie Howe's had on the team has been fantastic. Okay guys, well I'm just going to wrap it up there. Okay, I don't want to go on for too long, but like I say, that's just what I think of the story so far in terms of the Newcastle United takeover of the football club. But like I say, if you want to see more of my videos, as I said at the start, Marty the Mad Magpie, then you're more than welcome to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Just hit the button at the bottom of the screen, and if you like the video, give us a like. If you don't like it, just drop a dislike. You know, I don't care. You know, either you like it or you don't. But appreciate as well. Leave a comment as well, guys, in the box. What do you think of the takeover in the first 4 months? You know, get in touch. Let me know what you think. How you think things are going with Eddie Howe, the team, the owners, plans for the stadium. You know, what have you heard? Let me know. Get in touch, guys. Okay, that would be great to hear from you. Okay, so I'm going to wrap it up there now, guys, but thank you again for joining me, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. This is Marty the Mad Magpie. All the best to you. See you soon, guys. Thank you very much.